playing audio from NASA transmissions from the Apollo days that they tweaked. In other words, these were NASA transmissions that were modified in such a way that they came out sounding creepy. And the reason for adding these sounds, according to Microsoft, was so that the console would seem like it was made of technology from another world. Their intention to make the Xbox unlike any other console by adding those sounds was a success. But hearing those sounds as a kid didn't make us think Xbox was a superior console.
No, it didn't.
It just left us feeling uneasy.
I mean...
Apes. Together. Strong.
You're taking this too personally.
War for the Planet of the Apes. Right now. Watch instantly.
GameRanks presents 20 of the weirdest and creepiest glitches of all time. Apparently when Skyrim first released, a lot of PC players had a problem with head decapitation. For a while before it was fixed, it seemed like in the game, if you were decapitated by an enemy, you were pretty much screwed. Players did everything they could to reset and load their game, but their character just ended up walking around headless.
I'm an apprentice. I just...
I'm sorry, you were saying?
Okay, punk. Players, but you've blown it.
Boss?
Seems like a guy matching your description has put an associate of mine behind bars. Maybe you're not quite who you appear to be. Our deal is over.
Roxanne, step it up a gear. Coburn's on to me. Which means we're all in danger.
Right. I'll coordinate with Zoe.
It appears that Agent 47 can't leave behind all the death he's caused. It follows him everywhere. I fucking love this bed! Holy fuck! Get out of the way. It kind of looks like he's, you know. This is a rare occurrence for most players playing Fear, but some people encountered Alma in the first level near the pool, and Alma would simply just stand there. Then she does her creepy slow walk thing if the player moves away, but then she doesn't do anything else. And she'll even follow you out of the pool area without disappearing. It's really weird. That is something I don't want to see in a dark alleyway. That's kind of just really sloppy. What a mess of a game. So a lot of people are having problems in their Sims 3 game with their babies and their humans coming out as horribly deformed, freakish figures. It's really hilarious, but you see a lot of people on forums trying to find fixes for this horrible, horrible thing. And it turns out what caused the problem is using new skin mods. You bunch of perverts, you ruined your game. Look what you did because you had to have a naked Sim. According to the internet, this glitch is super rare, but it's so crazy, I just want everyone to see it at least once. I wish this happened in my playthrough. I want to play the entire game like this. This happened to quite a few people on the Rockstar forums in Max Payne 3, and they couldn't figure out where the other half of their body went. The missing torso glitch seemed to happen to a few people, but most people were able to reload their last save and fix it. God. Gross. Fuck everything that has to do with this. Fuck this so hard. I think this is one of the scariest glitches on this list. This random flying bird man in Red Dead Redemption. This is the PS3 version that saw this glitch. The glitch has been patched, but that's freaky as hell. Look at that. This was a popular glitch in Black Ops that a lot of people saw, that dead soldiers just kept moving their mouths as if they were trying to tell you something. Yes, in Black Ops you encountered the talking dead, and it was really weird. No, come on guys, the original Wisher is really cool. Come on guys. This is incredible. Every time that one Yoshi eats the other Yoshi and poops him out as an egg, he gets bigger and bigger. What the hell? Oh god, Fallout New Vegas was really, really glitchy, and this is one of the craziest glitches. A lot of people encountered these floating heads, random floating heads floating around everywhere, walking around doing their business, but they're just floating heads. You can't do anything, you can't move them, you can't kill them, and they're stuck there. There's also big piles of put-together gore that are just even weirder. Apparently this is a glitch that happens when you sometimes kill someone, save your game, and then come back. Once you reload your game, the game puts these parts back together to properly render that random NPC. Sometimes these weird people that look like they were reformed inside out can even walk around and talk to you. This is possibly one of the weirdest glitches I've ever seen. Your entire boat just disappears into the water, into a void. And your men go flying to heaven! The infamous Creepy Watson glitch from Sherlock Holmes' Nemesis. This low-budget Sherlock Holmes mystery game lets you play as both characters, but most of the time you're playing as Sherlock Holmes. And the programmers made it so that Trusty Watson is always by your side, but it kind of seems like they forgot to add a walking animation. So every time you turn around, he always appears in a different area, and he's always just showing up and teleporting. The game company Focus Home Interactive actually used this to their advantage in marketing for one of the newer games, like Sherlock Holmes versus Jack the Ripper. They realized how funny it was, so they poked fun of it themselves. What a bunch of good sports. But goddamn, that Watson is creepy. So those are 20 of the creepiest and most unexplainable glitches we can find on the internet. Let us know if you had any weird and unexplainable glitches in your games. We really want to know. Give us a good story. And maybe if you had a good time, give this video a like. It really helps us out. And subscribing is even better because we do videos like this and giveaways all the time. But thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.
Orlando would be around this area. Lawson. I am
This is Hotel California by the Eagles back nine. And if you reduce this, the baseball may I. That has a little message too. So if you can do that face thing, and reduce this video also has a little message. It's pretty much I'm just taking that. Covering up all the bullshit on it.
Everybody head to the California from on the right.
May I? Coming up, after you big stop, little hey, that's my name. Stop little hey at TFC. She's putting it out there. That's the only thing I can make out.
Mi Miradero Villa. How na wouldn't na.
Thursday, well, may I? McCloud, yes, we can. Not us, may I? Not us, may I? Mug. Oh, man.
The weird glitch. Yes, love.
I am start on the walk up. I am woke
We're gonna drive today on your urban maze. Driving along America. Good for the very eye.
Section 510. All patrolling units locate and apprehend ASAP.
For the cinnamon whites, Mr. Bald Bogdangle. He ate that roast beef. Mr. Jingle was headed for the front door. Yes, we played some Pac-Man on the Nintendo 63. What the hell? No.
gone.
What's going on, guys? And I'm gonna do a reaction to Matthew's songs reversed. So these songs are reversed, and yeah. So let's just see if it's work. So I'm with my brother Isaac, and we're gonna react to this. So let's go. Hey! What the heck? What? Wait, what? Let's just say that again. Satanic, you were order? What the heck? Excuse you. We're going to bomb this back. Hell yeah, my nigga. The heck, yo. Creepy. Okay, let's just watch. There's our... Yeah, you will. We know you. Okay, now backwards. Now backwards. Then even what? New shirts? Wait, really? What? Yep. Oh. What the heck? It's getting trying to clear view. Is it? What? Oh man. What is the leader? The Beatles. I knew that band. Let's just replay that. I didn't hear it clearly. Turn me on, Dad, man. No, no. It's my life. No, you don't love say that. Okay, it's good. No, I don't love Satan. I love God. No, I love Jesus. Satan sucks.
Yeah, goodbye. Kitty.
Hey guys, so today I'm gonna be backmasking the song backwards that old Ebony review of Secret Masking, and I have a few songs right here that I will show. So let's start, and let me know if it's not loading. Can I check it a little bit? But okay, that's all. Right here is the whole song for backwards, alright? So, if you guys get everything, stop watching the video for you don't get kicked out. It's alright? So, let's do this, and you guys will hear a few messages. Just listen closely and you guys will listen. This song will be started. What? If you guys are close, you guys could hear and say a miracle, a miracle.
Okay, you're royalty now. A Circuit Spec tuner in Los Angeles has opened its doors to you. Circuit Spec cars are the ultimate in speed and precision. Built for the track and requiring incredible skill and nerve to drive. Circuit cars are fragile, but insanely powerful and fast.
Alright, so it's called a hill. It's for somewhere right here. I'm gonna look for it. Oh, right here is it. If you guys could hear closely, you guys could hear and say, in the beginning, you guys could hear him say armadillo. And then he says, look at it. And then he says, hi, I'm the devil. And then he says, I need my Lucifer. No, I don't need my Lucifer. No, I don't need my money. So make sure you guys listen closely. The song is so. As I said, don't get scared. These are. The hill is the most creepiest one. Just don't get scared, right? It's alright. You're going to hear the message. Just listen closely. the beginning he said, look at it, armadillo. He said, I am the devil, I am the devil. I need my Lucifer. No, I don't need my Lucifer. No, I don't need my money. He said that a few times, so. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Like, subscribe, comment, and bye.
Vi are y'all. Y'all to the back, y'all to the front.
Hey, what's up, guys? My name is Ken, and I want to say, guys, thank you for 100 subscribers. I really appreciate it, and some people from my school found me as well. So, hey, like, you better like, guys. All of you like it, guys. I love all of you, okay?
I know you like it. I know you like it. Here we go.
My school sees it, right? Like, it's really weird, but I don't care because I have 3 channels, and this is my personal channel, but whatever, right, guys? So basically today I'm going to react to Illuminati songs or something. It's like basically a message in the song you don't hear. And today they released it, so why not give it a shot? Like what cup? Hell yeah. I hope it's going to be lit. Okay, let's watch it. Keep pressing.
I know you like it.
Wait, I put it too loud. Any copyright? Okay, I don't want
Seymour.
Oh my god. I don't want to get strike. Okay, I want to see the video, man. When does it start? Back masking, okay. 10 years later, come on, video start. Oh my god. Okay, let's see this one. Okay, it's the evil message. Okay, here it is, guys. Alright. Okay, he will play a sound, like he will play the sound a little. Okay, go for it, man. Oh. Okay, now backwards. Okay, let's listen to it. Honestly, this is really weird. Is this by accident? I hope it's by accident. If so, not, it's really creepy, you know? Bro, the things he's saying is really weird, man. Like, a little kid, he raps about these things. So weird. I hope it's fake, man, because this is some weird ass shit, but I kind of believe it. I kind of believe it. Bro, what? This is weird. Okay, message 2. Okay, hashtag 2. Hell yeah. Okay, we're gonna listen. This is Beta, right? The song Beta, yeah. Bang, bang. Okay, now backwards. You're gonna hear it again. What is it? Bro, this is scary as fuck, man. Come on. Don't tell me. Whoa, what? Okay, I'm confused a little. What? This is weird as fuck. The next time I'm going to listen to a song, I'm like, maybe this is something not good that I don't know. I gotta. And finally, what? Hey, man. Ah! I can't sing. I'm sorry, I'm supposed to joke. I'm not a fan of this song at all, honestly. Okay, now backwards. Let's hear it again. New shirt? What? A little kid. He's basically talking about that song like that. Come on, if I don't know how old he was in that song, but at his age, back in the day, I wouldn't know about this song. Like, this is really, really weird. I don't know, but. Come on, war. play with Barbie, okay? No, I'm kidding. We're mad. We don't play with Barbie. Never did. Okay. This is not an accident, okay? Justin Bieber is young, leader of Illuminati. New world order, okay? You can't deny that. Alright, so I just told it. Number 9. Turn me on that, man. What? You got the internet? Turn me on that, man. That's how it goes. Okay. This message is real about dating, you know, like you say, I love dating. Go. Nah, I don't want to say something inappropriate, but girl, come on, you're crazy, okay? You're crazy. Your parents didn't show you how to. Your parents didn't raise you well, okay? I don't know what I was going to say, but I keep it inside of me, okay? Because if I let it outside of me, this girl will be that meat. Yeah, that meat. You'll be that already, and I'm not killing anyone. What song is it? Good girl. Good girl. I don't like this song, man. Kitty, kitty, kitty. What? Yes, I love him. What? What? Whoa. This song? Okay. I'm never going to listen to the song ever again. I never listen to it, but like, I don't want to hear this song in my car. If I have a car, but I don't have a car, no. I mean in my dad's car, yeah. Well, what is this guy doing? Is it not Hannah Montana or something? Shut your bubblegum looking ass the F up. Okay, if Dora has something bad, I'm going to get crazy. I'm going to...
Creepy sound reactions recorded. Приятно. Приятно.
Collecting is really fun.
Collect, explore, go on adventures.
It's mind-blowing how open of an MMO RPG it truly is.
The complexity and the
Super.
depth there, it's crazy huge. What it is, guys? We're Black Food Safety, and we're probably fucking up right now because I'm about to watch James' audio recording. The original videos are linked down below by Top Trending. Lego, even though I'm probably either gonna scare or depress the shit out of myself. My body is ready. Probably not what I'm supposed to say when I'm about to watch this. I'm gonna edit that out. Nasty.
89.9 WKCR is an FM radio station based in New York. One odd night in the year of 1995, the radio station went offline for approximately 3 minutes. During this time, it was said to have been hijacked by a bone-chilling female voice. Brace yourself. After the first 2 bars of music end, it's guaranteed to bring shivers down your spine. Following the initial override at a union briefing, the series forced users to read out the name and time of death of various people in New York. The chant-like rhythm combined with the faint ring of chimes makes this second segment emulate a situation that is nothing less than demonic.
reporting a dangerous driver in the area. Pursue on site. We copy.
On your screen. For my cat in the closet. fucking with shit.
Due to the botched construction and inspection of the spaceship prior to launch, he spent 17 orbits in a freezing cold, permanently rotating capsule, which lacks power and stabilization. This clip is Komarov's final transmission to one of the leaders of the expedition, named Alexei Kostin, during his lethal fall toward Earth, cursing at the people who put him inside a flawed spaceship. Listening to the final words of Komarov, combined with the beeps of nothingness, is horrifying in its own way by observing such a tragic death. The National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration teams have various posts stationed in the deep sea to assist with research and anticipate natural disasters, such as tsunamis. On rare occasions, the recordings found by these posts will pick up mysterious sounds that are archived and labeled unidentified. One of the strangest unidentified sounds contained in these archives has been given the name Julia. Julia? This humane, eerie, woman-like voice, combined with the fact that less than 5% of the ocean has been explored, leads us to the terrifying reality that entities with behavior completely unknown to humans may be lurking in the uncharted depths of the ocean. During the Vietnam War, the Vietnamese belief was that the dead must be buried in their homeland, or their soul will wander aimlessly in pain and suffering. Vietnamese feel that if a person is improperly buried, then their soul wanders constantly. The U.S. used this against them by recording ghostly sounds and voices, which they hoped would impersonate dead, wandering Vietnamese soldiers. The sense of torture and emotion instilled in the ghost's voice, combined with the story, makes this recording genuinely sinister. We must think about the torture and torment the Vietnamese must have been going through by having this ghostly, religiously offensive clip constantly play through the cold, dark tunnels throughout the war. Very creepy indeed. The unexplored secrets of our galaxy will always be mysterious to us as humans. The Cassini spacecraft is a ship that was sent to Saturn in 2004. Since then, it has been recording various data about the planet, completely new to us. During this expedition, the spacecraft has been detecting intense radio emissions from the planet. These signals have been compressed to become audible to the human ear, and this is the result. Much like an audio track from a sci-fi horror movie prior to a murder. It's shocking to think about how little we know about space and what's actually going on out there. One of the most heart-wrenching stories is of the Jonestown Massacre. The People's Temple was a cult led by Jim Jones, which held approximately 1,000 people. Jones isolated his followers at a place informally named Jonestown and promised them a utopian society where everything would be equal. In the end, Jones' narcissistic and extremist religious beliefs led him to killing over 900 people, including children, with cyanide-infused Kool-Aid. The following is the clip of Jones' last words while he brutally committed mass genocide among his followers.
I tell you, I don't care how many screams you hear, I don't care how many angry cries. Death is 1,000,000 times preferable to 10 more days of its life.
what was ahead of you. If you knew what was ahead of you, you'd be glad in stepping over tonight.
Jim chose to kill all the children first. The cries from the children slowly dying from the inside out is frightening and sickening enough, but it gets worse following Jim's last words.
You commit suicide, you commit an act of revolutionary suicide protesting the conditions of an inhumane world.
After Jim speaks his final words and the poison was finally setting in, you can clearly hear a very alarming demonic growl, followed by faint demonic chants. Once everyone was confirmed dead, Jim Jones would take his own life by shooting himself in the head. It's not a surprise that an act as disgusting as this can awaken the presence of evil supernatural beings. The WOW signal was a radio signal detected by astronomer Jerry Amon while he was taking part in an extraterrestrial investigation using a radio telescope. During the investigation, a signal was discovered coming from deep space in the constellation of Sagittarius. Here is a snippet of the recording. So far, no astronomer has ever been able to pick up a signal remotely close to this one. The scariest part is the fact that the signal was transmitted from one of the emptiest places imaginable in space. So if a signal is emitted from a location that contains no actual structures, it would be from some floating object, leading people to believe it could have been some sort of spaceship. This recording proves to be the best evidence yet for extraterrestrial existence.
No. No. Time to play some PS4. That was creepy as fuck. Well, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys want to go check out Top Streaming's channel, click the link in the description. It'll take you to the original video. As always, your boy Blasphemous HD. I'm a part of this bitch. Twitch. Make sure to check out my prank channel. I'm uploading 2 brand new pranks every single week. As this one you see on the left, click the annotation if you want to watch that, or look in the description where I'll leave a link for the people who are on phones. And as always, Blasphemous HD.
It's Jeep Adventure Days, so until November 30, you can get an incredible 1.9% finance offer across the entire range. Plus our zero-back guarantee, which comes with a 5-year factory warranty.
Been waiting for him to come online for.
Guys, it's 11 p.m. right now, 11:30 p.m. at night. My parents are sleeping, and I think it's a good idea to do this. It's not a good idea, but I'll click away if you get easily scared. I get easily scared, but I'm still doing it. I mean, you guys seen videos on this channel or my other channel getting past me getting scared all the time, but these are real audio tapes that you will never be able to unhear.
Super creepy. I hope you have some time for some luncheon. Oh yes, my roast.
I already have goosebumps. I don't even want to listen to this anymore. So, this is a voice. Imagine if you use a voice note right now. Some guy doing that and possibly also saying that it's coming outside your window right now. A man named Vladimir Komarov was a Russian cosmonaut and he died during re-entering his Earth. He also had a parachute was deployed. Look here. nightmares. God dang it. Oh, I'm so sorry for this, guys, if you're watching this. The next one is called The Old Tapes. I don't know what it's about. I'm turning it down a little bit because I'm really... Did someone hack a radio station? Psychological tactic against the Viet Cong to frighten the Vietnamese soldiers. I don't know if this was effective or not, but it seems really creepy. Alright, I'm back. Following the initial override and a heaving breathing, the mysterious voice begins to read out the name and time of death of very people living in New York. The chant-like rhythm reminds us of things like a chime, makes this second activating situation that is nothing less than demonic. Nor was any major connection made between the names being read. This leaves the paranormal event as an outright shocking mystery. About 7 years ago, on March 9th, 2008, a 10-second clip of an eerie, unidentifiable voice was discovered in the midst of a historian's research, which dated all the way back to 1860. This recording was created using a phonautograph, which was the bleeding edge of sound-based technology at the time. Compared to the audio we are used to today, this clip sounds nothing less than a demonic chant. Messages on a victim's answering machine. Here is one of the recordings that police believe to have linked to the original Night Stalker. What a fucking psycho. Still out there today.
Combined with the fact that less than 5% of the ocean has been explored, leads us to the reality that entities with behavior completely unknown to humans may be lurking in the uncharted depths of the ocean. Following the Vietnam War, entities believed that the terrible buried in their homeland, or their souls will wander aimlessly in pain and suffering. Entities feel that if strictly and properly buried, then their soul wanders constantly. By recording ghostly sounds and voices, they hope to impersonate and wandering the enemy's soldiers. The sense of torture and emotion instilled in the ghost voice, combined with the story, makes this recording genuinely sinister. We must think about the torture and torment the Vietnamese must have been going through by having this ghostly, religiously offensive clip constantly play through the cold, dark tunnels throughout the war. Very creepy indeed. The unexplored secrets of our galaxy. Crazy.
Hey guys, my name is Gal from Texas, and you're welcome to
Hi Coconutters, it's Twin Coconuts here, and today we are taking a look at the 10 creepiest audio recordings ever. Now do be warned, these do get very eerie and creepy, and it's not very the nicest thing to listen to, but it is interesting, and yeah, we actually are looking forward to this, even though it's quite scary. Now, if you're watching it at night, we recommend going on about other videos, because this may give you nightmares. We don't know yet, but it might not give you nightmares. It may not give you sleep, mate. Also, we're doing this video quite early, so, you know, night time. Scare the night though. Now, let's just step them into this video. Now, if you want to see more videos like this, don't forget to support us by giving us a thumbs up. It really does help us out and get that video better out there in the search engine, so to say. And yeah, it's not good to see more. So give me a thumbs up. If we get 5k likes, we'll make a similar video to do stuff. The original video is going to be down in that description box below. Please go there, show the original creator all the support that he deserves. With that being said, let's watch. The messages left by serial killers. That's not a good start. When mysterious signals from space, here are the 10 creepiest audio recordings ever. Everything's gonna wind me up. There is an unidentified serial killer known as the original Night Stalker. Kills of each man and straight have been predicted, and people notorious for leaving messages on the shit. This is one of them. sorry, I was just being put up. That's great. That's great. What a freak, you know. Despite DNA samples being taken, the no filter was never identified. So it's still a loop, technically. Johnny is on the corner. From NASA, we have the sound of a black hole. And it turns out some space objects can make noise. Wow. So this is the theory that it happens falling into a black hole. Oh my god. The abyss of space. Imagine hearing that. You tell us how these stuff is. That's a black hole, isn't it? Like, I'd love to take a tour in a black hole. Right, above the black hole, where you can go in. In Russia, there is a mysterious radio station called I think I've heard of it. Radio station? Yeah. Broadcast the same audio recording, a buzzing noise followed by a Russian voice. So that's the radio. That's the planes out over. I've never confirmed its purpose, so no one knows what it means. That's weird. That's so weird. From 1860, this next audio first ever voice recording. You'll be able to hear a man slowly singing. Man singing in the 1960 was it? 1860. And brought to be the name of Edward Leon Scott. He died 100. That voice you can hear of a dead person from 100 years ago. That is so weird. Western Airlines Flight 2605 was an ill-fated passenger flight in 1979. It crash landed in Mexico City, killing 72 passengers. Wow. This audio comes from the pilot's cockpit. It captures the exact moment of disaster. That is so creepy. Jim Jones was the head of a deadly cult called the People's Temple. In 1978, he forced his followers to kill themselves and their children with poison. Over 900 died, and the whole thing was captured on audio. I tell you, I don't care how many streets there are, I don't care how many angry skies. There's a million times better than 10 more days of the flight. If you knew what was ahead of you, if you knew what was ahead of you, you'd be glad to be stepping over the time. Death is common, but what the hell was that about? In 1977, an astronomer received a signal from deep space. Today, science is unable to explain the signal. It's completely confused. Here it is. So that's the thing. Aliens, definitely. Well, I haven't ever heard about books that love space. The astronomer was so amazed by this that he wrote a word Wow, next to it.
What's up? It's your boy Chop. Today we're gonna be reacting to top 10 scariest sounds that are recorded by most amazing. That like button, you know, hit that subscribe button and share it with your friends, you know, helps me out a lot. Anyway, let's get into this.
Welcome back, guys, to Most Amazing Top 10. My name is Danny Burke, and today we've got a scary video. I won't lie to you. I had a pretty creepy time putting this together for you guys, and I think you might experience the same thing, because this, today, is the top 10 scariest sounds ever recorded. Just a very quick disclaimer here, guys. At this point, some of these may be disturbing to you. If they're not, then great. You're a tough cookie, pat yourself on the back. If you do think you might get easily scared or upset, then you have been warned. We're in this together though, so don't worry. Deep breath. Let's go. Starting things off at number 10, we have a sound that has been recorded by different people in different countries all over the world. The sound seems to be coming from the sky and can last seconds or minutes, but the one thing they all have in common is just how creepy they are. Take a little listen. What is going on there? That's a whole lot of noise right there. The noises have been reported every single year since 2008. There are a number of theories ranging from it being a sign of the apocalypse, an alien invasion, or even a government technique to control the weather. Some scientists say that it's being caused by solar flares reacting with the atmosphere, or coming from deep within the planet's core. Moving on to number 9 now, we're going out into deep dark space to hear the creepy sounds of Saturn. The sound you're about to hear was recorded by the Cassini spacecraft back in 2002. It came from the planet's magnetic field over the polar regions. The frequency was so high that they had to shift it down a lot so that you can actually hear it. Let's listen. Have explained this sound as natural radio waves passing along the magnetic field lines of Saturn, but yeah, I don't really care if it's explainable, to be honest. It's really, really creepy. Alright, next up at number 8 now, we have the SpongeBob theme. Now, I know what you guys are thinking. How is that scary? You have to be joking. It sounds like this.
Who lives in a pineapple under the sea?
Okay, but now, guys, listen to this. This is exactly the same, but slowed down 800%. I don't know who discovered that. I don't know why they did it, but I wish they didn't. I know a lot of things sound creepier when they're slow.
but this has to be the biggest one I've heard so far. Well guys, that is pretty much as light as we're going to get for this video, I'm afraid, so let's just press on to our number 7 now, with the Aztec death whistles. When archaeologists found these small skull-shaped objects in the ancient Aztec temple, they weren't really sure what they were at first. Some said it was a toy or just an ordinary carving. It wasn't until 15 years later that one of them had the thought of blowing into it. It turned out to be a whistle. The noise that came out sounded a lot like a human scream, and some people think it was used before battle or for ceremonies such as human sacrifice. And with that lovely thought in mind, let's take a listen to the death whistle. Creepy stuff. Alright, next up now at number 6.
I'm glad that wasn't longer, because I legit just got chills from that shit, man. Legit just got chills from that. I am never watching this shit again. Once in a lifetime thing.
We have the blue. In 1997, scientists were using deep-sea microphones to capture sound off the coast of South America. What they heard, though, and what you're about to hear, baffled them. They said it could not have been made by a volcano or an underwater earthquake, and was far louder than even the noise a blue whale makes. It was almost inconceivably loud and incredibly mysterious.
William, sort shit out. Bed, you gotta get your work gear moved.
All my work stuff.
Oh, you just sorted now. You're not really